Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Mauricio Castillo. I am the creator and founder of Global Takeover FX. In this video, I'm going to be just explaining on what Forex is for those of the people that don't know what it is, basic training, anything like that. This is my free training on my whole course from beginning to advanced. So of course there's going to be a lot more technicals, a lot more stuff as you purchase the course, as you go through the rest of the course and stuff like that. So right now on this video, this is a PowerPoint that I have put together to go ahead and teach you guys just the basics of it. So for those of you that do not know anything on what trading is, what Forex is in general, a lot of people just mistake it for it's stocks or whatever. But before we get into all that, I want to kind of go over a little bit of things and introduce myself and who I am. I already told you my name. I am from a small town here in New Mexico. Basically on how I heard about it and how I came about Forex and stuff like that was, I mean, honestly, I was always a kid in school to grow up and to be like, hey, I want more in life. I don't want to just go to college, get a job, get retirement, and do basically the American dream that, our family tells us to do and stuff like that. And, pretty much that, the majority of America is the way it's structured as far as that goes, the way you're going to school to get taught to how to get a job, basically. I didn't want to work for somebody the rest of my life. I want to be able to work for myself and build something myself. And in my small town where I grew up, there's nothing like this. A lot of people don't have access to something like this. When they see something to make money online or anything like that, they right away, for one, think it's a scam, they want to, somebody's just trying to take their money, whatever. I heard all those stories when I was starting this. I did several different network marketing companies before I actually started doing like my own Forex trading. I actually have my own mentor. He's based out of Florida. He has his own training course and his own style, the way he trades Forex and stuff like that too. Basically, the reason why I created Global Takeover FX is basically just to give back to my community and give back to people that want to learn Forex here, that don't have the big dollar amounts to go ahead and spend on all these other courses. And because there's several different courses out there. There is thousands of ways to trade. There's probably thousands of people out there that are selling courses just like mine. But the difference is, mine, I want to keep it more local. Of course, I do want to take it up on the name and make it global one day. I have big dreams and aspirations. So, if you're a person with big dreams and aspirations too, welcome to the team. I think you're going to do great here and stuff like that. You just got to do it. You got to work hard, and we'll grind together. I'll help you out as along the way as much as I can. And if you have any questions or anything like that, you can just message me, email me, call me, anything like that. You don't have my direct info. You can find it somewhere here on my website. I have it several spots. So on the website, I have different students, group chat, Facebook group, all that stuff. I have different classes that you guys can take advantage of too. But other than that, it's basically just what it is. Basically, the different classes that I have, they're just able to fit your schedule and your learning technique, because everybody does learn differently. Not everybody learns the same. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, if you're a person with big dreams, goals, aspirations, or anything like that, you're in the right place. You're in the right track. Welcome aboard. Stay tuned for the video. This video might be a little bit of a long one because this is a 16-page PowerPoint, including this page, so probably 15 pages. And I'm going to kind of go over everything on what you can expect in the course, and basically just what Global Takeover FX is and what Forex is, honestly, again. So let's get into it for those of you that don't know. So, what is Forex? Forex is short term for the word foreign exchange. Forex is the most traded financial market in the world. Each trading day, over $6 trillion worth of currencies are traded across the country by banks, institutions, individuals like you and me. There is no centralized place for Forex. Currencies simply trade over the counter, whichever market is open. Traders can trade over 24/5. Markets open on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and close on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Basically, what this sums up is Forex, when you travel the country or when you buy something that has a sticker on there that says made in China or whatever, in brief description, when you travel the country and you need to go to another country, you need to trade your current currency for that currency. With a lot of people doing that, banks doing that because they're buying stuff, just marketplaces, since there's a lot of volume going around. And again, if you see there, it does say $6 trillion worth just from banks, everything just doing the transaction every single day. That's what makes the markets fluctuate up and down, and that's why investors like me and you and other investors are going to be in there and be able to read the price and stuff like that. On our computer, we don't actually need to go out of country to go do all that stuff. We can stay here and we'll be able to just from our computer, wherever we have Wi-Fi, honestly, and basically trade, buy and sell the markets. Why do people trade Forex? People trade Forex for a variety of reasons overall too. Again, you can trade from anywhere in the world. It is the most liquid market. It's even more liquid than stocks too. So that's the beauty of Forex. You don't need a whole lot of capital to get started on trading with Forex. You know, in the stock market, you need, a lot of people say you need 5-10 grand to start. A lot of people don't have that. I know I don't. I didn't have that when I started. I started, honestly, I invested in myself. I invested in learning material just like this. And then, honestly, I just saved up a bunch of money and was able just to put money aside and able to invest in my own and start trading and grow that money. You can profit whether if a currency is increasing or decreasing. You know, the market doesn't always need to go up for you to be able to make profit. The market could be going down, whatever currency you're trading. That's the way you can make profit on that too. It does not, again, require a high initial investment. There are a bunch of brokers out there that you're able to use with leverage and stuff like that. That's why you can literally start with $50. I personally don't recommend starting with that little amount because it's easy to blow through $50, to be honest with you. We spend more on shoes, so you know, do something that you're going to take care of. Take it serious. Don't try and get rich quick, because I'll be honest with you guys right here, right now, we're 7 minutes into this video. It is not a get rich quick. So if you're thinking you're going to get rich by tomorrow, no. I'm sorry. I've been doing this for about 6 years myself now, and I finally was able to walk out of my job and finally able to, start my company. I mean, my company's been in business for about 2 years, but I've been finally able to, get to the level in my life where I want and my income that I want. You don't need to make $1 million to be good in this. You can make your monthly income, and you can use it as a side hustle. You can use it as a main hustle, however you want to use it to make your income. So that's pretty cool on that too. There's millionaire traders out there. There's billionaire traders out there. You don't need that. If you don't want that lifestyle, whatever lifestyle you want, that's what it basically will give you to that way. If you just want to make, $5,000 a month, if you want to make $10,000 a month, if you only want to make $2 grand a month, you could totally do that. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be able to achieve and stuff like that. What can you trade, honestly? You can trade things, currencies, commodities, stocks, indexes, and cryptocurrencies. So my style, the way I teach you guys how to trade and stuff like that, I don't only teach you how to trade the foreign exchange market. You can apply that to cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that stuff, Ripple, Dogecoin. You can do it in stocks if you want to do the stock market. That's totally up to you. And of course, indexes, which is like the S&P 500, the US 30, all that stuff too. So it's pretty cool on the way you can really watch the markets and stuff like that too. So I don't just teach you how to do Forex. I primarily teach Forex. My style is Forex, but you can totally take the style and use it on other things too. So that's pretty cool. Understanding currencies. If you've never traveled out of country or anything like that, if you've never heard of this, learned it before, it's very important to know each country's currency, what their nickname is and stuff like that, because when you come into conversation with traders like me, traders in the future, because if you decide to take this serious, I'm not going to be the only person that you're probably going to talk to about trading. I can be honest with you. I've met tons of people in the last 6 years. I've had Zoom calls with people from Japan, people from Canada, people from Mexico, and it's crazy on how many people I've met and are honestly true friends to me now. And we trade, we hop on Zooms every now and then, we get on the phone with each other. And it's crazy how I just met them through social media, and you just grow that way. But of course, you can go ahead and just take a screenshot of this and understand the chart right here that I have it set up. Of course, the US dollar is from the United States. It's a dollar, and the nickname is a buck. The Australian dollar is an Aussie nickname. Canada is loonie. You won't really use the nicknames too much. You'll mainly use the symbol names. as I have it there, like USD, AUD, CAD, CHF, EUR, also Euro, or GBP. You'll either use a lot more of the symbol or the currency, and you're talking to other traders and stuff like that. That's what you'll hear me say too. Which currencies can you trade? You can literally trade anything that is a pair. The major currency pairs are going to be Euro, US dollar, JP, Japanese yen, Great Britain pound versus the US dollar versus the Chinese, US dollar versus the CAD, anything like that too. And there's many more, as you see here. I have that list. That list goes down. So you have your base and your counter currency, which I'm going to be going more over that in the next slide. A little bit more in detail, a little bit more number crunching and stuff like that. So if you see here, as long as you pair it up, so that's why again it doesn't matter if it's going up or it's going down, because you're simultaneously buying one currency while you're simultaneously selling another. So like, since the US dollar is on the right hand side, the Euro dollar is on the left hand side, you're actually going to be, when you hit the buy order, you're going to be buying the US dollar, saying that the US dollar is increasing in value more than the Euro dollar. If you're selling, now when you place a sell order, that means you're not getting out of the market, you're not closing your orders or anything like that. The terms in Forex is when you close your orders, that means you're closing your orders. When you sell in the market, you're actually entering a new order, which is the Euro. So you're entering, saying you're selling. Now you're selling your US dollar and you're buying Euro, saying that the Euro is going to be worth more than the US dollar, meaning the market's going to be going down, something like that right there, as you see the red dot. Same thing with all these pairs. That's why you're able to make profit simultaneously. Understanding Forex price codes. So this is kind of like what I was just going over. You have your current counter currency on the left. You have your base currency on the right. So these are price codes right here. So they go off of price. So 1 US dollar is equivalent to 1.0717 euros. Okay, so right there, just by looking at those two numbers, you see that the US dollar is worth more because it's 1.0719 compared to the euro, which is 1.0717, right? So some terms in here, you can ask ask buy, which is also long and short, which I don't have actually listed here. Long would be on the buy, or short would, and actually short would be right here on the sell. So if I buy right here, and it's actually, so if you see here the difference in each currency pair, the bid and the ask price is the difference, which would be called the spread. The spread is often determined on what is called pips. Take this as a note, so you'll learn this and you'll take this into account for it later on. The tighter the spread, the more liquid the pair. Okay, so if you see this spread is pretty tight because the pips, which is going to be the next slide, which I'm going to go into more detail. The pip is actually the last digit to the right of the decimal. So you see the decimal right there. It's the last digit. So in this case, the decimal would be the pip, I'm sorry, would be the 9, and on this one it would be the 7. So in this case, if that's why it's 719, if the currency decided to go from 1.0729, now you went up 10 pips. So now you are 12 pips in value over the euro. So that means the US dollar is just increasing. But now if this price went to 1.071 or 0707, then that means that this value right here is now lower than this value. So then therefore the euro dollar is now stronger than the US dollar. So therefore you would be selling, right? Perfect. Let's go into the next one right here. What is a pip overall? Pip, again, like I said, it's going to be the last digit to the decimal, which is actually the 4th digit from the decimal. Some currency pairs that you will be looking at will have a 5th digit, like in this example. I threw an example up here. This is the example I created a couple years back with a 5th digit back there, which is considered a micro pip. Of course, it's kind of like a clock, like a stopwatch. If you've ever seen one, how you have the milliseconds, and you have seconds, you have minutes, and you have hours, days, so on and so forth. It's kind of like that. So this number has to hit all the way 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to make this number change from a 2 to a 3. This number has to hit all the way up to 10 to make this number change right here, which would be 300 pips. This number has to change from a 3 to a 4 to make this 4 turn to a 5, so on and so forth. I mean, it does take a long while to even reach way out here. We mainly focus on, me and my trader, we focus on right here from the 3 down. We try and catch 300 pips a month, something like that, maybe less. 50 pips, you can make a lot of profit on stuff like that, which you'll learn on the course as I break it down for you. What a pip value is and how much it's worth, how much money you can make. Of course, that's going to be later on, like I said too, but this is just understanding it. So go ahead and take these notes down right here, take a screenshot of it, and we can keep on going. And the most important thing now, there are going to be what's called major market sessions. Okay, so major market session, of course, there are all these currencies around the world and stuff like that. Of course, daylight is, you know, when it's nighttime over here in the US, it's barely beginning the morning over there in China or wherever. However the time schedule works, don't know it off the top of my head, but you have different sessions, right? So there's 4 sessions. Of course, there's going to be way more. You have your London session, your New York session, your Tokyo session, and your Sydney session. Now, each one of these sessions is meaning that whatever pair is correlated to these countries in these sessions, that's that pair that's going to be very volatile, if you see here, which means it's going to have a lot more liquid. It's going to be running a lot faster. Therefore, you can trade during that certain time, so that way you can make the most profit. You don't need to trade 24/7 or anything like that. You can literally just trade within these few hours of this day to make a lot of profit. So, like, if you remember a couple of the currencies from a couple slides ago, you have your US dollar versus your euro versus the US dollar, which the euro would be considered a London pair, and the US dollar is also New York. So you would be trading in these 2 sessions for that one pair. You can trade the London session and New York session just for that one pair, because for during these 2 time zones right here is the London session means, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the London session, it's like, I want to say it's like 2 a.m. Eastern time or something like that, and it's like 1 a.m. Mountain time. I'm currently Mountain time, and that means it's, you know, the break of dawn over there at in London, when the banks are just opening and stuff like that. They're gathering all the data from the previous day, so that's why it's going to be very volatile. And the New York session, of course, it'll be 8 a.m. Eastern time when the banks in New York starts opening, which again, my time would be Mountain time, meaning it's going to be you know, they're 2 hours ahead of me, so that means I would have to get up a little bit earlier to trade that session as well too, or I can just trade that certain session. I have a table in the next slide here to kind of give you the times that when they open and when they close. So if you see here, the Forex Market Center, you have your time zone, your open, your close, and when they close. So your New York, meaning your New York session, it opens at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Again, so yeah, I was kind of right. I remember that. 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is 6 a.m. my time. Whatever time zone you're in, go ahead and correlate that. I just did it off of Eastern Standardized Time because that's pretty much the well-known about everywhere. London, 3 a.m. Sydney, it opens at that time. Tokyo, it opens at that time. Frankfurt, Germany, it opens at that time. So the other table that you should have taken a screenshot of a few slides ago, it had like the currency pairs and stuff like that, and what currency they're related to, and that's where you would correlate those 2 tables together. You can draw them side by side and take notes. However you take your notes, don't tell me how. However you learn, again, is going to be able to help you out to correlate which currency pair is going to be to which session. Of course, if you need help, I'm here to help you as well too. Let's go to the next slide. Of course, so you have different types of analysis. Again, like I was telling you at the beginning of this video, there are so many different ways and styles of learning how to trade and how to do this. These are 3 of them that I have listed because these are 3 that I focus on personally, and I teach. Of course, the biggest one that I teach on and I'm very big on is technical analysis. Technical analysis is a reading of charts using a series of technical tools, which normally involves using historical data to predict what will happen next. Meaning that's, if you see this computer right here, that's what you call a chart. So with that chart, basically we're reading that. I teach you guys how to read that, mark up certain lines in certain spots to determine what will happen next. Again, fundamental analysis is the review of economics and political forces that might come into play when forecasting the direction of a currency pair. Of course, especially if you're trading the US dollar, there's a lot that goes on too. So, you know, that's pretty much what we call news trading. If the president says a major announcement or anything like that, passes a major bill, it can cause the currency to either increase or decrease in value depending on what it is. And then there's, of course, trader sentiment, which is I really don't really focus on that one too much, to be honest with you. That's more just educated guess, and you're just what I call guess trading. Of course, we do guess trading, of course, because we're not in the future or anything like that. We don't know exactly where the market's going to go at all given times. But using technical analysis and fundamental analysis, it gives us that good educated guess to use the trader sentiment to be able to make profit and, you know, grow our accounts that way. What does bullish and bearish mean? If you've seen the website, my hashtag is #LivingBullish, right? So the difference between bullish and bearish is very simple. When you hear someone talking about Forex and or even the stock market, to be honest with you, they say that the market is currently going bullish, you'll know that the market is in an uptrending market. The same, if you hear bearish, you'll know that the market is currently downtrending. So bullish meaning uptrending, you can buy, you're looking for buy positions, you're looking for long, again that's going to be the ask. Bearish, it means it's downtrending, it's going down, it means you want to sell or you're going to short your positions as well too. A lot of you guys do know that. Of course, my hashtag comes from living bullish because, you know, life is supposed to be uptrending. You're supposed to live life, you're supposed to grow, and you're supposed to live a better life all the time and stuff like that. So that's why I have the hashtag on the website, because I want to help people live a better life. That, like I said at the beginning, from where I'm from, I'm a small town, don't have any of this or anything like that. So I want to help you guys grow in your life and help me grow in my life, no matter where you may be around the world, no matter where you may be in the States, anything like that. This ain't just local for where I'm from or anything like that. This is for everybody that I teach. I want to help everybody because I want to see everybody win. And this is kind of something funny that we put in here. Understanding a candlestick pattern. So candles, this is what we trade off of, this is what we look at. So this is what the two candles look like. You have a bullish candle, which is the blue one. You have a bearish candle, which is the red one, okay? So, of course, you know what bullish and bearish already mean. So you have a candle high point, which is also, these are considered the wicks right here, okay? Like I put there. So you have the high point. That means the market came up into this point at one point in time. It could not hold that price up there, so it came down. And if you see right here, this is where it closed. That's the price they closed at. So if you look at the right-hand side of the screen, that price closed at 1.110000. I did that screenshot a few years ago when I created these candles. And if you see here, the bullish candle, when it opened at that price way down here. So like the price quotes that we went over a while ago. And then you have the low point where it reached at one point in time. It couldn't hold. So it went back to the open and it closed up here. And then the next candle, well, is going to open where the previous candle closed at. So see, that one closed there. That one's going to open there. If it was another bullish candle, of course, it would have gone up. But I did a bearish candle so you can understand it as well. It went to that high point as well. Same high point as a while back. Came down and it closed right down here at this price, which is also the previous open from the previous candle. And it also reached the previous low point too. So that's what we're also going to be looking at a lot of the past too, to be able to determine what's going to happen in the future. So just by that little chart analysis there, we're able to go on. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit more in depth, more personal. And I'm sorry, it kind of cut out right here on the screen, so I apologize for that. I can still read it out for you. My screen recorder is kind of cut like right there, and you can't read the rest of this. But let's talk mindset overall. And also too, when you purchase the course, this PowerPoint is going to be downloadable for you, so you can download it and stuff like that. So just throwing that out there. Of course, let's talk mindset. If the way you look at things, the things you look at change, of course, always. If you have a fixed mindset on something, one thing that I learned personally growing up is, you know, with my parents and stuff like that, if I wanted something, it's like, oh, I can't afford that, I can't afford that. And then I started reading books. There's a bunch of books out there that I personally recommend to read. One of them is going to be Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's not, I can't. And it just gives you a different mindset about money and how money works and stuff like that. And just about your overall way of thinking. You know, you don't want to always tell yourself or tell your kids, hey, I can't afford that. It's how can I afford that? You have a solution for the problem, or you try and find a solution for the problem. You just don't sit there and then end it there and then be closed-minded. So consistency. Make sure you keep yourself organized and make a time every day that your schedule allows you to allow training calls, talking with me, or whatever mentor you may have. Training, certain notes. It's a classroom. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you're going to get rich over quick. You want to stay consistent at it. Take notes down every single day. Try and learn every single day. again, this opportunity is what you make it. You can make as little or as much money as you want. It's all up to you, like I told you at the beginning, and how much time. This industry is a performance. I'd like to say it's a performance-based industry, meaning performance-based industry is because that you're gonna go ahead and whatever work you put into the markets, to the training, to the reading, to anything, honestly, and then it goes with life too. Whatever, life is performance based. If you put in healthy stuff into your body, what are you going to get? You're going to get a healthy body. If you go work out, what are you going to get? You're going to get the six-pack. You're going to get in shape. You're going to get whatever. If you put in the work, you will see results. And again, like I said, it's not overnight. And again, right here in the last paragraph right here, depending on how much time and work you put into it, traders' profitability can see as little from 0 to 60 days. Some trades can take a couple years, honestly. It doesn't matter. To be honest with you guys, it took me about 1.5 years to learn the concept and learn everything down. Now, whoever may be watching this video may be way smarter than me. You may learn way faster than me, and you can get this down in 0 to 60 days, and you can be a millionaire next year. I don't know. It's just going to depend on the work you're putting into it and stuff like that. If you're more of a slow learner, like I was personally, it could take up to a couple years. So I'm here to help you out and here to guide you in every step of the way. Motivation. Everybody needs a little bit of motivation to get their day started, to get their lives going. Of course, you want to have what's called your why, or your why, or your what. I don't know, however you'd want to see it and stuff like that. Is why are you trading? Why do you want to learn this? Do you want to live a better life? So write down some examples. Why do you want to take my class? Why do you want to learn this? Why? Just give me a why. You know, don't say because I want to be a millionaire. Don't give me a short example like that. Don't give yourself, because you're only cheating yourself. Don't give yourself a short answer of, oh, well, I want to be a millionaire. Well, yeah, everybody wants to be a millionaire, but nobody is willing to put in the work. Again, because it's more important to have a bigger why than just money. Do you want to provide a better life for your family? Do you want to provide a better life for yourself? Do you want to provide a better life for your future family? So on and so forth. And you also want to have something or someone to motivate you, to help you keep going when you want to give up, because there will be times you will be going and going and going and going, and you're on a rock star, you feel like nothing can stop you, and then boom, you're going to hit adversity. You're going to get your car stolen, you're going to get evicted out of your house or something like that, and it's going to be just like, ah, shit, can I keep going? Can I keep working at this dream that I have? Can I keep doing that? And that's why you have to have either someone, which is a mentor. I can be there for you. I know I have a couple mentors myself, or a thing that gets you up out of bed in the morning. The way I like to see it is, in the question I ask myself in the morning, do I get up? Why do I want to get up? What's going to motivate me today? Don't get me wrong, too. Some days I sleep in late. Some days I don't want to get up at all. And it's hard sometimes, because, again, I'm only human just like you guys, and, you know, that's how we're going to get through it, and, you know, we're going to be able to be successful together. Last but not least is the last page in the PowerPoint. We made it to the end. Overview. Again, I've preached this throughout this whole PowerPoint and throughout this whole video. Becoming a successful trader is not an overnight success story. Trading is a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a lifestyle. It's from beginning to end. Trading is a long road ahead. You may not see results right away, like I said, but stay in your lane, keep working, keep taking notes, keep asking me questions, keep hopping on the videos, keep learning, and honestly, keep going. Get ready to gain a skill set that will benefit you for the rest of your life. Honestly, trading markets ain't going to go anywhere. The only way it'll go anywhere is basically if the world ended. So that's the only way that this will go anywhere. So that way you'll always have a skill set I want to teach you. You know, you can lose your job at any point in time. You could quit. You could get fired. And they'll replace you just like that. But at least you'll always have this skill set to learn and fall back on. Again, if you want to use this as a side hustle, just for extra income. If you want to use this as your main hustle. However you want to use it. One thing that you're going to hear me say a lot throughout the course is trading is 80% psychology, 20% strategy. And honestly, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, because when you're sitting in front of these computer screens and there's nobody behind you, like there's nobody behind me right now, it's just you, the computer, and your thoughts, honestly. And sometimes that can get pretty crazy. You'll learn your habits, you'll learn new habits, and my main things are you got to keep studying, and let's get started. And one thing too that I like to throw out there that I don't have listed, or I don't really, I say it a lot in some of the videos, but I'm going to say it in this video too. Since this is mainly my free training, and if you want to continue with my course, I want to welcome you, and I want to treat you like family, because I see all of my students like we're family. We're growing together. We're growing this group. I'm not just someone that just wants to teach you and get it over with and have like a quick sale or anything like that, because it's more important about the sale than me. I'm not in it to sell you anything. I don't want to sell you this course, so if it's totally up to you if you want to get it, but I'm not going to push the sale or anything like that on you. I'm here to help you grow and learn, and that's why the prices are what the prices are, because of the fact that I'm not pushing the sale. I do discounts and stuff like that sometimes, just to kind of help you guys out, but at the end of the day, if you see value in this 30-minute video, if you stuck it all the way out to the 30 minutes and you heard my voice for this, I just want to say welcome. I don't know why you would want to listen to me for 30 minutes and not take the course and not buy the course at all, because there are probably about 10 plus hours of me talking in future videos and stuff like that, and on 5-day courses and everything else that I have offered that you can look at the shop. So I just want to say welcome to the team, and let's get started. Let's get to work. Glad to see you learning. I have my cell phone number everywhere, so go ahead and just text me, call me. If you have me on Snapchat, however you get a hold of me, email me, however, just go ahead and I will respond to you in a timely manner. And welcome to the team, and let's get started. Let's get going. And again, before I get off track, keep this in mind too. When you start to learn how to trade, stick to one person's style until you get it down pretty good. Because if you're 2 months in and you're still learning and you don't know what you're doing, and then you try and go and take another course from somebody else and they have a totally different style, and then you do a month doing that, and then you're a month doing somebody else or anything like that, and you're just on and off of all these different courses, and it can turn out bad, because you'll never learn out anything. You'll never learn anything in the long run or anything like that. What I like to say is that when you start doing that, it's kind of like, for those of you that drink out there, it's like mixing alcohol, and it's like mixing alcohol that it may be fun in the moment. You think you're learning all kinds of stuff, but then all of a sudden, boom, 2 years from now, you're gonna be like, damn, I really didn't learn nothing. I should have just stayed with that one person. So if you decide to choose my course, I hope you stick with it. Don't try and go to anybody else or anything like that. Learn my course, get it down, get good at it, and then if you want to continue learning, you want to continue growing, shoot, all the power to you. Go buy somebody else's course, go grow, go be more, because again, the hashtag of this company is #LivingBullish. It's about growth. Don't stay here. I want to put you in a spot to where you're going to grow, whether if you want to work with me side by side in my company, whether if you want to work with somebody else, whether if you want to just grow your own life. It's about growth. It's about leveling up. It's about success. It's about helping you, helping your family, whatever it is. I want to help you out. But yeah, welcome to the team. Hope to see you guys soon. Hit me up. Peace out, and we'll see you in the course.